welcome to Reads and Threads. My name's Kate. Hello if you're new here, welcome back if you're joining us again. Today we have our August unboxing video. This is a little later than I was hoping. I have eagerly been awaiting the arrival of my last box, which finally came this morning, and I am so excited. I have been wanting to open these packages for a good 2 weeks, let's be honest. A couple of them have been sitting here for a while. But what held it up was that I ended up swapping my adult Fairyloot subscription with another lady in WA. So I have received her Romantasy box and I have given her my adult box. So the adult box was not one that I was overly interested in. I've tried stuff from that author before, but the Romantasy box I was very interested in, and I'm super excited to get to it. And need to have it read fairly soonish because I want to use it for the Hercade new release for August. We are in the middle of September now, so I would really like to get started on that one, but let's get into it. Let's open it. I not only have my subscription boxes, I have a few special editions of books that I have ordered on the Facebook fantasy sale site that I've mentioned before. Plus I have some more Charlie and Fox jacket covers that I've purchased as well that I'm really excited to get to. Let's see what I've got. I don't remember half the things I've bought, and I definitely don't remember what was coming in most of the subscription boxes. So let's open them up and have a look at all these awesome new additions. First off, I think we will start with the Charlie and Fox. I have scissors and my Stanley knife today, mainly because my box cutter hurts my fingers. I need to find a better one. I have seen some people use some really cute ones that I think they just got off Amazon, so I might look into those. I don't remember getting anything other than the jackets, but knowing me, I probably put something else in the box as well. But I love the little bags that they come in, the Charlie and Fox down the bottom. It's so cute. Possible that I did order some bookmarks. I do tend to like bookmarks, but we do have a Do Not Bend. But I ordered 2 of the large size. We do have the fabric dust jacket that is for Onyx Storm, I think this one is. It was just so pretty. I couldn't not have it. And I've been reading a lot more physical hardbacks lately, and especially my special editions. I just want them to be well protected. So there's this one. So they just slip in the hardback and then wrap around. They do come with a ribbon bookmark on them, but I do tend to cut those off just because I don't like them. So there's the Onyx Storm one. And then I did get they have a new Iron Flame one. I didn't ever like the last print that they did of Iron Flame, but I thought this one looked so pretty that I had to have that. So again, this is the large size that they do, so it works for our large paperbacks large hardbacks in Australia. And again, same deal, has the elasticized thing, and then you just slip the jacket in it. But they're just so pretty and so good, and they do keep the book really well protected. So that is those. I think they're going to look great. And I do already have the Fourth Wing one, but I think the Fourth Wing one I think I might have got it in the US large size, so it is slightly smaller than those. So let's see what else I got, because I don't remember. I must have bought bookmarks. I did. We've just got the regular Charlie and Fox one, and then I picked up the Onyx Storm one that goes with that. So that's quite cute. Quite enjoyed that. I can never have too many bookmarks. I do really like matching my bookmarks to my books if I can. You can never have enough, I don't think. So that is the Charlie and Fox stuff. Let's get into it. Should we do the subscription boxes first, or just the special editions that I ordered? Maybe just the special editions that I've ordered, then we'll keep the subscription boxes till the end. Okay, so I have 3 books, I think. Just 3, I'm pretty sure it's just 3, that I ordered from a couple of locations. This one I've picked up from Amazon, and then these 2 are from that Facebook group that I was talking about. So although it is in an Illumicrate box, I don't think it is an Illumicrate book. Let's open it up and have a look and see what it is. And she's even put it in a little Illumicrate bag. I've never seen one of the Illumicrate bags. But this is the ANZ Special Edition of Iron Flame, which I never really got when it came out. I was a bit behind the times. And at one point, even when the Onyx Storm one was coming out, I was like, do I get it? Do I not? There's no point. I can't get the other two. But I did decide in the end, because they have re-released Fourth Wing in this edition, which I have pre-ordered, that I might as well try and get my hands on the other two. Got the Iron Flame one. So it's in really good condition, which is great. So there's nothing on the reverse of the jacket, but that is just that. So I can see it's empty. And then the naked hardcover is just black, but with the red, bronzy gold foiling. And the inside end papers are the map on one side, and there's the map on the other. So that's really good. I think it's going to look great. I do have a shelf set aside behind me for Fourth Wing, and I have ordered some very special editions of the first three that are hopefully coming from Barnes & Noble by the end of this month, sorry, which will be lots of fun. So that's our first one. I really like the special edition. And so you can probably guess what might be in this box. Let's open this one up and we'll have a look. Hopefully it's in just as good condition. This one only arrived yesterday, I think it was. So not that long ago. Can I get into it? I always try not to pull funny faces on here, but I think I probably do most of the time. Bubble wrapped up, which is lovely of her. And we have ANZ edition of Onyx Storm. I really enjoyed all three books. I have listened to them by audio. I haven't physically read them. So I am intrigued to give them a physical read at some point. Then we got the jacket. And again, our sprayed edges. And then the inside. And then I think it's the same picture on the other side. And you know the amount of times I nearly bought this from the shop. I think I saw 3 or 4 editions and I was like, no, there's no point getting it. You don't have the other two. I am glad that I finally do have them now, because when they are next to each other, they're going to look really good. So I'm very eager for my new Fourth Wing when it finally comes. Okay, this one. If this is the book that I think it is, I have been wanting to open this for like 2 weeks, because I'm actually in the middle of listening to it on audio, but really just wanted a physical copy as well so that I could pick it up if I wanted to that way. But hopefully it's not damaged, and it is what I think it is. It is a diamond. Now, what color cover will we have gotten? Oh, pretty, we got the blue one. And I can't remember whose pack that is. So if I find out, I will pop it up on screen. But that is seriously pretty. The main jacket. And then on the back, we've got this very pretty artwork. If that is the size of her direwolf, oh my god, that is insane. Like, I know direwolves are big, but holy moly. And then that's so pretty. And the inside jacket is just like the red burgundy map, I guess. And then on the back, it's the same. I'm really happy with that. I think this is the color for the spy pack, which I'm all good with. I love the blue. I think I would have been happy with anyone but the pink. Pink, like you all know by now, not my favorite color, but I am really happy with the blue. So I'm so glad that this is actually here, and it is what I thought it was, and that I can now. I've been much more into reading physically lately. It's just been a lot easier since I've been on leave. I tend to listen to audio a fair bit while I'm at work or driving places, and after my surgery, haven't been able to drive, not at work. So I've just had so much time to sit and physically read, which has been great, and really just wanted to pick this one up physically as well as the audio. The audio is done really well, and I am super enjoying it, but I think I could be a lot further ahead. But now I've got this, I can do both. So super excited about that. It would have been awesome to get the Waterstone special edition of it with the sprayed edges, but I think I found out about it after all the pre-orders and all that kind of stuff were already finished. So wasn't able to get my hands on that, but super glad that I managed to get my hands on a cool copy anyway. All right, let's have a read and find out what this one's about for those who don't know. I know it's huge everywhere, but you never know. So it says, only the still worthy survive the bonding trials. She'll risk her life and her heart to be one of them. Meryn Cooper has always hated the bonded, elite warriors who form mental links with the massive vicious direwolves they ride. The bonded live in luxury, while Meryn struggles to keep her family out of poverty, and when her little sister Sailor is kidnapped, stolen across the border by the immortal monsters her country has spent centuries fighting, Meryn's world falls apart. Desperate to cross the front and save her sister, Meryn enlists in the army and is thrown into the deadly bonding trials, where any mistake will cost her life. Now Meryn must survive 4 months of training at the castle. She is bound to a feral direwolf who refuses to communicate. The other trainees would love to spill her common blood, and her cold and beautiful instructor, Stark Therion, is eager to punish any weakness. Everything is a competition and everyone is out to get her. Everyone except the dangerously handsome Crown Prince, whose attention adds another target to her back. In the castle, every smile hides a knife, and the halls hide dark secrets. It's bond or bleed, duel or die, failure is ruin. I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. Well, I'm already in the middle of this one, but yeah, eager to see where it's going to go and what's going to happen. And I just love any kind of animal companion. I think that they're the best interactions and relationships. So really looking forward to seeing more that is going to happen in this one. I'm not a huge amount in. I think I'm about 26% in at the moment. So really looking forward to getting more into this one. I think we will start the subscription boxes with the one that I don't technically normally get, which is the Fairyloot Romantasy box. So this one, like I said, I did swap with another woman in WA. So I did open the adult one just quickly, obviously off camera, to make sure that it was okay. I think everyone knows by now that it was Catabasis, which was not by Ara Kong that I was overly interested in. I have read Yellow Face by her and really didn't like it. So I just wasn't that interested. I do, in saying that, have the Poppy War on my want to read list, and I am wanting to give that a go. But Catabasis one just didn't really seem like it was going to be a book for me. So she's wrapped this up lovely. Let's get it out and have a look. I'm so excited for this book. I can't wait to read it. I think it's just going to be so pretty. Okay, can I get it out of her awesome wrapping? Here we go. So we have Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Cameron. Oh, look at those sprayed edges. They are awesome. So it's got kind of a paley blue cover on it. And on the back it says, I can choose how to face my destiny. I love the silver foiling. The color on this is so pretty. Let's have a look at the jacket on its own. And then on the other side, we have a different colorway of the original one. So in the blue instead of the pink. I will overlay the proper cover over here for you to have a look at. I really do quite like that cover. It is pretty. But of course, the naked hardback is stunning. Like, that is exceptional. See if I can open that out. Just so, like, that is, I love that. That is gorgeous. And then inside dust jacket. Oh, and that's signed by the author. That is really pretty. And then the back cover. That is gorgeous. The note from the author in the front, and then, oh, look at that. It's just so pretty. Fairyloot do such a good job. I really love everything that I've got from them. So super eager to get to this one. Like I said, I need to read this one. I'm going to use it for my August new release for Herked, and I can't wait. Look at the shine on that. Let's find out what this one's about. So this one says, who should you trust? Warrior King Maddox Cryonan's fire magic has earned him a ruthless reputation, but now his kingdom is slowly burning, a blaze he cannot control, and his one chance to save it is a marriage allegiance with the neighbouring royal family of Ostranza, and their power to manipulate the weather. Who should you love? With the war on the horizon, Princess Jory's home needs this alliance, but her family is hiding a dangerous secret. Their magic is fading. When she meets her intended, he sets her heart aflame. But what will he do when he realizes she's deceiving him? Who should you kill? Once a young nobleman causing mischief with Jory in Ostranza's palace, Asher is now part of the Hunters Guild. When a lucrative job arises, he can't refuse until he sees the targets. Someone wants King Maddox and Princess Jory dead. Now Asher must decide what he's willing to do to protect the woman he loves and the king she's about to marry. It sounds really good. I have heard it's polyamory, which is really cool. Or I've also heard, though, that it's boy shoes as well. Or I don't know. Or is it a love triangle? I guess we'll have to find out. Like, do they care? Do they want to all be together? Does she have to choose? Who knows? I'm really looking forward to finding out. So I'll let you know in my wrap up when I know. But really looking forward to getting to this one. I have really enjoyed Bridget Kemmerer's other work, and this is her first foray into adult fantasy. So hopefully, I find that a lot of authors, when they do that, they just up the spice level insanely. So I'm hoping that there's I'm alright with spicy scenes. I'm just hoping that it's not over the top, that it then becomes cringeworthy and you can't read it. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll be really good. I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. Okay, next up we have our August Forbidden Wing. So let's have a look at what this one is. Like always, I don't remember what it's meant to be. And I have managed to not spoil myself. I've been avoiding everyone else's subscription box videos. Even though I really love watching them all, I like knowing after I've done mine now. We have the little piece of paper that they put in these. And then the very pretty pink wrapping. Let's get into this. Like I said, I do not remember what book this is, so it'll be new for all of us. Oh, that's right. Cat Dragon. How cute. Look at those sprayed edges. So cute. Let's have a look at the jacket on its own. And again, these ones don't usually have anything on the other side. That's the full jacket. And again, like I said, yeah, empty. And then our physical hardback. So pretty. I love the little lock. So cute. And our inside end papers. Oh, that's pretty. And then the other side. So cute. That is really cool. Alright, so let's find out what this one's about. I do not know anything about it, but it just sounded so cute and crazy. So this one says, in a whimsical world of Tangleroot Valley, magic flows like the seasons, and every witch has her cat dragon, except Eloisa Papplewick. Eloisa Papplewick. She's far from bonding with her fiery feline familiar, and with her magical farm in chaos, her prattling pumpkin patch meddling in her life, and the annual harvest festival to prepare for, Eloisa has enough to handle, even before her best friend's insufferable brother Hollis brings danger and distraction to her door. When she and Hollis are whisked away on a quest to a mysterious mountain, Eloisa must contend with magic mayhem and a spark she never expected. It's going to be so cute, and like, you mix cats and dragons, one of my two favorite things, and they look so cute. Like, look at those cute little cat dragons. Like, yes please, sign me up. I want one so bad. I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. And this one's by Samantha Birch, so hopefully this will come up fairly soon, or maybe I'll just have to add it in to try out at some point. Hey, now we have, oh sorry, upside down, our locked library book. So let's see what, again, I can't remember what it is. And can I get into it without pulling random faces on my video? Probably not. Even when they have these little like pull things, I find them so hard to open because the cardboard dust doesn't pull out. Anyway, complimentary random little piece of paper and our book. So again, got the I'm reading. I don't know if you can read through the paper what it actually is, but I don't remember. So let's have a little look. And we have The Enemy's Daughter by Melissa Poet. And it says, love cannot be forbidden. So that is, it's a really pretty cover. It's quite dark. On the back it says, I will always be the enemy's daughter. I could never trust him fully with my heart. I really like the colours on that. There's lots of these kind of cartoon character drawings on a lot of them these days, which I'm not loving, but I don't also mind at the same time. So that's the full jacket. Again, nothing on the reverse. And the naked hardcover is quite simple but pretty at the same time. I love the dark navy blue. That's really pretty. And our end papers. And then the other one. It's kind of an interesting forest scene. That's pretty. Wait, and then on the spine, I don't know if you can read that. It says, I could never trust him fully with my heart. So that's an interesting thread edge. It's quite hard to see. I don't know that the camera is picking it up amazingly because it is quite late in the day and the light isn't awesome at the moment. But let's read what this one is about. And it says, it's been 37 years since the Republic was destroyed. Now the 5 clans in the King's Land fight for control. Isadora, daughter of the clan's leader, risked her life on the battlefield to help injured clan soldiers. But when she stops an attack from Tristan, the King's Land assassin, his soldiers shoot her with a poisoned arrow. As Isadora lies dying, Tristan does the unimaginable. He offers to save her life using a rare magic. Yet in choosing to live, Isadora is unknowingly bound to the mysterious Tristan through a magical connection that could allow him access to her emotions, her deepest memories, and the very information he needs to destroy the clans. Set in a dystopian world woven with magic, The Enemy's Daughter is a stunning, spellbinding enemies to lovers reimagining of the timeless romance of Tristan and Isolde. So I don't know a huge amount about Tristan and Isolde. I've never read any of the folk tales that go with that, but that does sound good. I do quite like an enemies to lovers. I think that is becoming one of my favorite kind of subplots. Or I guess it's a main plot, but mainly I like the fantasy world itself and then the romance second. So it will be interesting to see how I go with this one, but I am looking forward to adding that into my reading. And last but not least, we have our YA Fairyloot, which is always a lot of fun because obviously we get bookish goodies and is usually one of my favorite things to open. So let's get into this one. See if I can find Todd. There it is. So we have Behind the Veil this week, and if you'd like to spoil yourself, I'll pop that up on the screen. You can pause. However, I will be going in blind. So let's have a look. Already there is something extremely intriguing on the front. Ah, it's a tote bag. That's pretty cool. I have no idea what that is from. I do like the colors. I like that it's zipped, so that is always a good thing. I love a zip along the tote bag. I don't really recognize any of those characters, so we might have to have a look in a bit at, oh, unless it says on this little tag here. Oh, it's the Glittering Edge tote bag. I do have the Glittering Edge. I haven't read it yet. So hopefully that will have more context when I've read that. So that is inspired by the Glittering Edge. So that's really cool. There's a couple of things here I'm really looking at, and they're like heavy as, and they look so pretty. They're like bookends. Can I separate them out? No. So this is what they look like, and that is cool. I was needing some bookends the other week and then changed some stuff, but even in here there's a couple of spots where a bookend might work pretty well for now. They're quite cool. So they are inspired. It just says BW Academy. So we will look into what those are inspired about, but they're going to come in extremely handy. I do like that. I don't actually own any bookends. And what does this say? So we also have a TBR tin, which is quite cool. So this one is designed by the Creeping Moon. Can you ever have enough little jarry things? And I've just ripped that box, of course I have. Let's see what we got. And it's cute. It's got little books to read on that side. And then a little open book with Once Upon a Time. And it has it's like you could use it as a money tin as well, really. But you can put your little piece of paper in there and then squidgy them around. But that's quite cute. That will probably get some use, so that's quite cool. And then we do have a Language of Dragons sticker set. So that's cool. I did just get my new edition of that. This is literally just a whole, it's like 2 sheets of stickers. So that'd be handy if you did book journaling or that kind of stuff. I haven't really gotten into like book journaling or anything like that yet, but I will keep these around in case. I quite like a good dragon. That's never going to be a problem, but they are quite cool. We do have some overlays, which we'll save for after the book. And then we've got our tarot cards. So we have the Hierophant. I don't know what that says. And the Empress. Someone who doesn't butcher anything or knows something about tarot, hopefully you know what that means. I don't know what that means. And these obviously will be the main characters of our book. So let's have a look. Again, it's come just bubble wrapped and not in the little Fairyloot bag, which is interesting. Maybe they're doing away with the little bags. I don't know, but there's been a couple where I haven't got the actual Fairyloot bag. I think the last couple of months I haven't, so that's interesting. But we do have Immortal Consequences by V. Marie. Oh, I quite like the colours on that. That is pretty. And again, I will overlay the original edition, but there should be on this one on the back. Generally, it's the original edition in a different colorway, but I'll hold this one out for now. And then this is our reverse. Quite like this shade of green. It's very pretty. And then our naked hardcover. That is quite pretty. It's not a bad shade. You can see it's like a purpley pink. And it says on the back, "You are the reapers of lost souls, the bright light guiding them to their eternal slumber. And without you, the afterlife would fall into oblivion." That's pretty. Inside jacket and papers. Quite pretty. And the other side. So there's a lot of characters in this. So you got the 4 just there. So that looks interesting. So it's like we do have a signed letter from the author. And oh, and a cool map. So it looks like we are at Blackwood Academy. So let's have a read what, whoops, there goes half of the stuff onto the floor. Let's have a read what this one is about and see what we're in for. It says, "Welcome to Blackwood Academy, a school located at the edge of the afterlife. Once a pupil passes through the academy's arched gates, there is no way out, except if they triumph at the decennial. Winning allows a single student to be granted a choice: graduate to join Blackwood's magical elite, or cross over to the mysterious unknown other side. Ren and August are fierce rivals, their every encounter treading the line between hate and burning desire. Irene has never cared for rules and would destroy everything to win, even her only friend Masika. Oliver had almost given up on securing the nomination, but now he'll do anything to keep his beloved Emilio with him. Each of these 6 students has their own motivation to win and their own secrets to hide, but they aren't the only ones playing Blackwood's games, and a sinister shadowy force threatens existence as they know it." So there's not 4 of them, there's 6 of them. So that's even more. Okay, yeah, on the back, if I'd read that properly, it says 6 rivals, 1 victor. Eternity is only the beginning. So that does sound cool. I really do quite like these sprayed edges. They are quite cool. I can't wait. They're all going to look so good up on the shelf. Let's have a bit of a look at the overlays now. Again, we are getting these in every box. So they are definitely becoming a staple. So we have that one and that one. And lastly, that one. So 4 in that one. I think there was 4. So that seems to be pretty much the standard amount of overlays I'm finding. You get like 3 or 4 in each one. So we'll pop those aside. We'll have a bit of a read of the card to find out what everything was. So the tote bag was designed by Thielio Loco. Bring a little bit of magic everywhere you go with this tote featuring Alonzo, Penny and Corey from The Glittering Edge by Alyssa Villari. Bookends are designed by Jez Hawk. Keep your books organised by this pair of bookends featuring the gates and front facade of Blackwood Academy from Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. So that's quite cool. So they work in with that book, so that works out well. The sticker sheets designed by Duck Kim. Inspired by A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson, these sticker sheets are packed with bookish charm and dragon-themed flair. And then we have the TBR tin, designed by The Creeping Moon. Have your next read find you with this charming TBR tin. Let your reading list be a fun surprise every time you pick a title. Adventure awaits. Then we have the collectible of the month, designed by Avondale Art. This month's tarot card set features Ren as the Empress card and August as the Hierophant card. The characters are from The Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. And the overlays are designed by Pole Arts, and then it has the chapters that they go in with them. So that is really cool and brings us to the end of this month's YA Fairyloot. So very cool. Okay, let's see if I can actually hold all these up. They are beyond heavy, but are gonna look so good on my shelves. So obviously not all of them, only one of them, Diet Bound, doesn't have the sprayed edges. That's okay. I am pretty happy with at least the color of the naked hardcover that I got of that one, so that is good. I would love to one day get my hands on the Waterstone ones or any other special editions. You never know, they might do it in another subscription box, but so pretty. Which one's your favorite? I think my favorite is the Warrior Princess Assassin. I'm so glad that I was able to swap that one out. I was originally just going to skip Catabasis until someone was after an exchange, and I just thought that would be awesome. So I did have to wait forever. It felt like my adult Fairyloot was taking so long to come, but it finally arrived. I managed to ship it off and get that one here. So really happy with all of those new reads. I'm going to have to go and add them into my spreadsheet and make sure that they are in my game and pop them up on the shelf, which I am loving now that I have finished rearranging it. What was your favorite item that we got in the YA Fairyloot? Have you got any of the Charlie and Fox dust jacket covers? Which one do you like the best? I've got so many now. I have been trying to get one for each size at least, but most of my special editions that are coming are the larger ones, so I have been buying a few more in that size, so I've got a few more options. I'm really happy that I've managed to get everything open now, and so I can just start reading more. Looking forward to hearing what you got this month that you've really loved and what is going to come in next month. I can't wait. If you would like to join me and you haven't already, please think about hitting that subscribe button. I release a video at least once a week, so I'd love to have you on board. If you'd like to also, I have linked down below my Goodreads, my Storygraph and my Instagram, so feel free to come and follow me over on any of those. I hope that you've had a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.